Attention passionate Chicago, BEARS. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC North and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Chicago Bears' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Chicago Bears fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your friends and Chicago, BEARS. Let's get to the news now. Let's talk about a rumor that's been making waves across the NFL world, especially among Bears fans who are always looking for ways to improve the team and get us closer to that elusive Super Bowl. The whispers are swirling around a potential blockbuster trade involving none other than Mark Andrews ***, the star tight end from the Baltimore Ravens. That's right, folks. A move that could shake up the NFC North and give the Bears a serious boost on offense. So what's all the fuss about? Well, the speculation is that the Bears might be trading for Andrews in exchange for a third-round pick and a fifth-round pick. It's an interesting proposition, especially considering Andrews' talent and what he could bring to our offense in this rebuild phase. The Ravens, on the other hand, are keeping a close eye on their cap space, which currently sits at around $10.2 million. They're sitting at an 8-5 record, but are a bit skeptical about the long-term durability of Andrews, especially given his age and recent injury history. The Ravens are focused on maintaining a flexible cap for Lamar Jackson's future, but this trade scenario is gaining traction because Andrews could be a game-changer for the Bears if it materializes. Andrews isn't just a talented player, he's a proven production machine. Over his career, he's amassed 480 receptions, more than 200 receiving yards, and has scored 55 touchdowns. His yards per catch average sits at 9 yards, and he's accumulated about 800 yards after the catch, which shows he's not just a reliable target but also a playmaker with big play potential. His catch rate is an impressive 85%, and his blocking skills are top tier, with about 100 blocks that are considered elite. His PFF grade hovers around 85+ on average, which is excellent for a tight end, and his overall AV stands at 72. Looking ahead to 2025, Andrews is projected to play around 12 games, with estimates of 65 receptions for roughly 780 yards and about 7 touchdowns. His average yards per catch is expected to stay solid at 12.0, with about 42 yards after the catch per reception. His PFF grade for that season is expected to be around 83.4, with a split of 80.2 for receiving and 86.1 for blocking, making him a versatile threat in multiple facets of the game. His EPA per target is projected at 0.16, and he typically has about 6 drops per season, with minimal sacks allowed in pass protection, just 1 sack in total. Injuries have been minimal, with Andrews missing only 2 games due to an ankle injury, which is promising considering the Ravens are wary of post-2024 durability given recent injuries. Now, why would the Bears be interested? Well, Andrews could be a huge upgrade for our tight end group, which has been somewhat inconsistent this season. Imagine him lining up alongside Darnell Mooney or even in a 2 tight end set with Cole Kmet, giving Justin Fields more options and creating mismatches all over the field. His versatility as a receiver and blocker could revitalize the offense, much like George Kittle did with the San Francisco 49ers back in 2019. Kittle's presence boosted the 49ers' red zone efficiency by around 15% in that season, and Andrews could have a similar impact here. If Andrews joins the Bears, analysts believe he could elevate the team's EPA per pass attempt by about 16%, especially with Williams averaging around 0.11. His YAC total could increase by 26%, and the red zone touchdown rate might see a jump of roughly 22%. Think about how this would open up the field for Fields and the offense as a whole. More yards after the catch, more scoring opportunities, and better control of the game tempo. His presence would also help in critical situations, reducing turnovers by about 14% because of his reliable hands and route running. From a strategic standpoint, this move could be a real game changer. Andrews in this scenario would be the new Olsen for the Bears, an essential piece that transforms the offense from good to potentially elite. The Bears are currently sitting at 6-7, fighting to stay alive in the playoff hunt, and adding a player of Andrews' caliber could be the spark needed to push us over the edge. The team's overall projection with Andrews could be an increase of about 1-3 wins, which might seem small on paper but is huge in the context of a playoff chase. And let's not forget, Andrews' presence would also have a psychological impact. Defenses would have to plan extra for him, opening up more opportunities for our other playmakers. If we get him early enough in the offseason, he could build chemistry with Fields during training camp and the preseason, making our offense even more dynamic come September. His ability to stretch the field and create mismatches could translate into a significant volume of yards, potentially pushing our total receiving yards to around 850 for tight ends, which would be a big step forward. Now, some might worry about the Ravens' hesitation, given Andrews' injury history and their focus on cap space. They might prefer to trade him for picks or players that can help them rebuild their offensive line or bolster other areas, especially considering durability concerns post-2024. But for the Bears, this is a golden opportunity. Andrews could provide that veteran presence and elite talent that makes a real difference on Sundays. Pairing him with Darnell Mooney, who's been developing nicely, and adding him to our already promising offense could be enough to turn the tide in our favor. And what about the playoff picture? Well, Andrews could be that X factor that takes us from a decent team to a dangerous one come postseason. His track record in clutch situations, his ability to make contested catches, and his consistency in the red zone make him the kind of player every team dreams of having when it counts the most. If he joins the Bears, we could see a surge similar to what the 49ers experienced with Kittle in 2019, where their red zone efficiency and overall scoring jumped significantly. That's the kind of impact that can propel a team deep into the playoffs and perhaps even give us that Super Bowl shot we're all craving. In essence, this trade rumor, if it becomes reality, could be one of those moves that define the Bears' future for years to come. It's about more than just adding a talented tight end. It's about reshaping our offense, boosting our confidence, and sending a message that the Bears are serious about competing now. Andrews' skill set complements Justin Fields' playmaking ability perfectly, and together they could form a duo that defenses will dread. So Bears fans, keep your eyes on this story. It's got all the makings of a blockbuster, and if it happens, it might just be the missing piece that helps us finally turn the corner and make a real run at the Super Bowl. The offseason is shaping up to be exciting, and this move would set the stage for a new chapter in Chicago Bears history. We've waited long enough for this kind of upgrade, and now it looks like we might be getting closer to that dream. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YOUTUBE algorithm to keep recommending the latest Chicago Bears news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick, and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. And now, Chicago Bears fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this? Do you think Andrews is the perfect fit for our offense? Would you be excited to see him in navy blue and orange? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the future of this team. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for all the latest Chicago Bears news. We're in this together, and every move, every rumor, every bit of news brings us one step closer to that Super Bowl dream. Let's keep the faith, Bears Nation. We're on the rise, and with moves like this, the sky's the limit for us in 2024 and beyond.